the Dream Team Tonic, and it's live.
It's deadline time.
It threw me off that.
Good evening and welcome back to the Dream Team Tonic deadline stream. Tonight you've got the pleasure, the company of myself, Tony, Conk, and Ben.
Hey up.
How's it going, lads?
All right.
Yeah, not bad.
Evening to everyone in the chat. We are 4 minutes late, so I'm not going to go through it all and call you all out. But thanks very much for joining. We're going to make our way through all your questions. If you're not subscribed, you won't be able to drop in the chat. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and get your question answered. We'll try our best to fly through them as quick as we can. If you're desperate, hit that super chat, support the channel. But let's just delve straight in, lads. It's only a single, so not the biggest jeopardy on this week. Obviously, you got the Arsenal City game, which the cup final, which a lot of teams are going to be pretty heavy on both, maybe. So it is a weekend, I think, to do something a little bit different. But we'll get your thoughts as we go through. Straight up, Kevin Poulter. Right, lads, they have taken out Hendo for Alisson, Mitchell for Canate, and either Gyökeres or Gakpo for Salah. Questions are they good moves? And is Gyökeres or Gakpo use less than 50% starting? Who do you reckon?
Alisson's just been confirmed out of the Brazil squad, so I think he's injured. Because I was eyeing him up to bring him in this week. It's just been announced the last hour. What was the other ones?
Sorry, mate, I took it off just so I could see you. In fact,
Konate, Mitchell, yeah, and either Gyökeres or Gakpo. I don't really love Gakpo because he could get rotated.
Yeah,
I suppose that's a budget issue, is it? Because I'd probably go for someone else like Szoboszlai or a Wirtz or something like that if you're going to go for a Liverpool option. Yeah, I'm not sure about Gyökeres. He might get 120 minutes, you don't know, but he might get taken off for Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about Gyökeres.
Yeah.
If I do, he scores.
I think I prefer Gyökeres to Gakpo. Yeah, Alisson, don't go. Alisson is injured. And Canate, I don't mind it. I prefer Van Dijk, but like you lot said, I don't think they can afford him. Or they might already have him.
Yeah, I think Gyökeres is probably safer for minutes, isn't he? I don't particularly like him as a player, as a pick, but you need safety of minutes if you're going to go one of them.
I prefer Bowen or Pedro.
Yeah, I like Bowen and Pedro a lot more.
Yep.
We've got a few Discord questions, haven't we, as well?
Yeah, I'll do Tricky Trees and I'll head across to the Discord. Sorry, Discord members. It's on his last minute here. Tricky Trees, evening, lads. I'm leaving Timber in. Players out are Semenyo, Salah, Sor, Bruno Fernandes. How many transfers have you all got? Bruno F. Oh, sorry. That's 3. Semenyo, Salah, Sor. There is a full stop there. Bruno F, Palmer in. And who out of these two would you put in? Gravenberch or Pedro for the third transfer?
I'd go Pedro. You've got a high ceiling, haven't you? I mean,
yeah.
I think there's a big gap between the Everton game and the game after. So I could actually see some first-team Chelsea players playing the Cup. So Pedro might get some minutes in that.
Yeah, I can see that as well. I've got Palmer in my team, and I'm thinking they're probably going to go strong in that Cup against Port Vale. So, yeah, I'd go with Pedro. What about you, Ben?
Yeah, I like Pedro. I don't mind Gravenberch now. He's been really good for points. 41 bonus points this season. But yeah, I think I go for Pedro.
Yep, nice, safe one. Right, Discord. You're going to have to read these out, Concord, Ben, because I'm on this new computer. I've literally been
I can do it.
No access to Discord.
Right, so we've got Woody first. Get rid of Semenyo now, or give him one more week.
Right, well, I'll go off what I'm doing. I'm getting rid of him, but I'm chasing, and his ownership is high. I fancy City in the cup. I think they'll beat Arsenal at weekend, but I am taking Semenyo out. I'm just hoping that I've got Doku and Cherky that'll do the business.
It's one of those where he's not even guaranteed to start, so
yeah,
you could move off of it and get his Arsenal. It's not an easy fixture.
I think the response that City gave in that Real Madrid game, because they were very, very good. That's best I've seen City play in a long time, even when they went down to 10 men. Don't get me wrong, they were leaving themselves open at back, and they had Kusanov to thank for quite a few timely interventions. But going forward, it was the best I've seen him in a long time. So I think he's got to play the same team against Arsenal.
Yeah,
but
I
what
think
happens.
So.
Everyone that performs probably gets dropped. Yeah, what do you reckon, Ben?
What was the question?
Semenyo, stick for a week.
Oh yes, Semenyo, yeah. It doesn't look like it's going to be playing, does it? So, yeah, it's a shame because I wouldn't mind giving him one more week, but if he's not going to start, I mean, the predicted lineups reckon he's going to be on the bench. Could still get minutes, obviously. With it being a final, it might go 120 minutes because I can see it being a tight game. So he should get minutes, but next week he's got another tough fixture. Next game week, I mean. But then again, he's done well when he's played against Liverpool and that before. So it's just pep roulette, isn't it? So if you want someone more nailed, then yeah, probably a good time to move off. So Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal next for Man City.
Yeah, tough run.
Semenyo is a man who that's his game, innit? He's a runner. He wants that space in behind. He's got the pace. Yeah. He's got the power. He's a powerful runner. So the tight games, when you get someone come in and put a low block in, they're not really his games. So the likes of playing Arsenal and then Liverpool might be the ones where he flourishes again. Just bring that out there, just to scare anybody taking him out. But I am taking him out, just so you know. So yeah, I'm not. It is one of them. Sometimes we look at fixtures for players and we can overthink it, especially when actually if it's a more difficult game, he might be getting more space and more opportunity to do a bit more damage.
Yeah, sounds.
You're a host now, Con. You're a host.
I know, it's the first of us. Right. Joe Cook, how many blanks will you have next week? So she's talking about the week after. Week after this current one.
Oof.
None, hopefully.
I'll have none.
Well, yeah, none. Only because I'd be taking the one blanker out.
Right, another one from Woody. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He's just talking to Joe Inkshot. Legend. Thoughts on going heavy Liverpool? The team most likely to field strong lineups for both games in game week 30.
Yeah, I was looking at doing. I think I've already got 4 Liverpool, and I was thinking of getting another 2 today, but I think I've been put off it now. Timber's supposed to be back now, isn't he? Is that the latest? And Alisson's
got a chance of being back.
Yeah, and Alisson's injured, so I was going to bring Van Dijk and Alisson in, try and go against the crowd. But I've been scared off that now. Obviously, Alisson being injured, I don't want Mamadash really. So yeah, I might sit on Raya.
It's 2 tough games. Like you might get your 2 starts, but I don't think 2 starts from someone like a Van Dijk might be any good anyway. They could concede 3 goals in each game.
It's the Brighton game before that though, and then you've got Fulham after that. So it's not. Got to look at the cluster of fixtures they've got.
I just think it's a flash in the pan, that Liverpool performance. I just still don't. I think Galatasaray just had a mad 20 minutes, and well, they created more and they come out and they've done what they needed to do. But Galatasaray aren't great. I think they get found out again when they get back to the Premier League.
Potentially, 3 double game weeks in a row if they beat Man City in the cup.
Yeah, minutes wise, don't get me wrong. And the likes of Slob's playing out of his skin, isn't he? And Gravenberch, another mention for Gravenberch because he's doing well. I mean, did Salah hit an 18-pointer, was it, or a 16-pointer against Galatasaray after missing a pen?
Oh, he had 20 that week. It was stupid.
I mean, it's a nice finish. His goal, to be fair. That's what's been stopped every single week in the Premier League. They're not letting him do it, and after obviously scoring a goal and getting a good points haul, it'd be interesting to see even if he wasn't injured whether people would have been getting rid.
I think I'd have been keeping. Last question from Discord. Lee Doc. Salah and Semenyo replacements. Go different or template or one of each.
Lee Doc's very, very high up in the league, isn't he?
Yeah. I think he might be like 3rd or something.
So I've got to temper my... where is he? Leaderboard. He's 8th. Right. 3,
it's
2,
hard
8,
to say
7.
Go template when it's so high. Oh, no, not template.
You're only 15 points off top. There's nothing drastic to be had there.
I'd play it safe.
I'd probably go Pedro because that's safer than the ones that I'm doing.
What about like a Pedro and a Bruno?
Yeah, Bruno's probably a safe option because I think he'll be quite popular this week. It's transfers, win it. How many transfers, Lee? It'd be good to see a team as well. There's a Discord member. He could have dropped the full team in there with a Reddit.
I know.
Drop it in. Hopefully you're listening, Lee, and get that dropped into chat. We'll try and dig it out. Chris Ray, issues all over. Salah injured. Timber, who knows, with Mikel's riddles. Sar blank. Semenyo less minutes. Which 3 to take out? Initial thoughts: Timber, Salah, and Sar to Saliba, Bruno, and Gravenberch. A lot of love for Gravenberch, isn't they?
Nice and cheap, isn't he?
Price makes him better as well.
So he's only got 2 transfers.
I don't know. He hasn't said how many transfers he's got.
Yeah.
But
which 3 to take out?
Yeah, out of them, I'd go Salah out because we know he's out. Then Sar and possibly Semenyo. I don't know. It depends if you think Timber's going to play or not. But with Timber, you're going to want him back as well, where I don't think necessarily you want Semenyo back. So you could gamble it with Timber and get a high upside player in for Semenyo.
Come on, hit them likes. There's only 3 likes.
Get away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 283 here, 286 here, and there's 3 likes. That's shocking.
Shocking.
Get your phones out your pockets. Come on. Like.
I like that. I like them transfers. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, and I'd keep Timber out of the ones you were talking about. There's a super chat in the box.
Yeah, it's one-starred. All right, Billy. Thoughts on Palmer? Cap. I've got Palmer.
Like it.
I don't mind the cap either. I do think, although Chelsea have been, I mean, you got to respect the ball and do all that stuff. And since they've been respecting the ball, Rosini's out his depth, but Palmer is starting to look more dangerous, and I think he's got a haul around the corner. Everton away isn't the easiest game because they're quite solid. Everton.
I think they're quite poor at home, though.
Well, I think it's new ground, isn't it? New ground syndrome that they got. But yeah, I don't mind that. I think if you got him, he's well worth a captain.
Yeah, agree. I'm debating. I'm still doing my transfers, me. I don't have a clue what I'm doing now because it's all gone to people. I've got 5 transfers and I'm debating, do I bring Saka in and just get him in now? Or do I just go for something like Palmer? Because then he might get Port Vale next week, but I don't know if he will.
I think
I'd go for Saka, though.
You go for Saka?
I'd go for Saka out of them two for you. Because I think it'll be an open game with Man City game. And then a week after, you might Scammer start against Southampton. We've seen weirdly.
Do you not think he'll start Port Vale?
No, I think he could also start Port Vale, but it's less likely to me than Saka getting minutes against Southampton.
What, you think Saka plays Southampton?
I think there's more chance of him getting minutes against Southampton than Palmer starting. I just think there's a possibility where Palmer just start. It's hard to call. You'd be gutted if you came to it next week after international break and Palmer's not even playing. I mean, you've kept a blanker. Well, at least you've got the second game with Saka as well, where it will start.
I do get what you're saying, though. Yeah. It's tricky, isn't it? It's that risk to reward. You know, if you could get Palmer or Pedro against Port Vale, it could be very fruitful. I mean, you get into a point where already, like, Rosini is well under the cosh. He has to, sure, you put your big guns out and just blitz Port Vale away and have it done. You do not want to risk going to extra time. You know, giving any inkling of like, we've struggled past Port Vale, they have to go and batter them. They need a performance. So that's what I'm banking on anyway. Hello to Drizzle in the chat, who's waiting for us to speak before using his 6 transfers. Absolutely full of them. KGM, thoughts on Pedro, Doku and Timber out. Bruno F, Gordon and Digne in leaves me with 1 spare transfer also. A little bit different with the Digne. What do you reckon to them?
I don't like that.
I keep Pedro and Timber.
Yeah.
I'd keep Doku.
I'd probably keep them all.
Yeah.
I don't really like Digne. I just think he's just, you're trying to force it in. Like, maybe go for Gravenberch if you're going to try and get someone cheap.
Yeah. It's just that's probably a defensive sub in it, like a 3 at back, I guess. Yeah. I mean, if you want to take risk out of it for minutes, you go Bruno Fernandes in for Doku. You're going to get a guarantee probably 90 out of Fernandes and he's on penalties. Doku's always a minute risk, but God, he looked good against Real Madrid again.
I wouldn't put Gordon in anyway either because he blanks week after and you're not really gaining much by putting Gordon in.
We're not talking about Gordon, are we?
You can talk about Sarr if you want.
Or Sarr. Both dead to me. Stephen Bell, thoughts on going balls deep on Arsenal. Already have Ryan Gabriel, thinking Salah to Saka. Nuri to Saliba. and Semenyo to Rice. Only concern is having both Haaland, Gordon, and only 2 subs next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Just because it's one game. If it was a double game weekend, City had one game maybe, but like you say, next week you're going to need to get rid of Hull and Gordon. They're blanking.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be interested in doing the Salah to Saka though. Give Nori, might as well give Nori this game.
Yeah.
Semenyo to Rice is all right though. Try not to use too many.
I'd do Salah to Saka and then roll one of the others.
Yeah,
and then you've got 3 to get rid of you 2 who are blanking.
Yeah, I think obviously you've got Haaland, Gordon. I think you need at least another just in case there's an injury, red card, whatever. You don't want to leave your sell too short. Because you have a couple of injuries, you could end up with 2 blankers, even though you've had 2 transfers left. So, yeah, roll 1. Keep the 3 transfers if you're going to keep Haaland, Gordon. Because I like the Newcastle fixture. I think Newcastle will turn Sunderland over. See what happens. Paul B choosing to leave Salah in because he'll be back after the international. I need to replace Star with either Bruno Fernandes or Rice, Wirtz or Palmer. Longer term picks. What do you reckon, Ben?
I wouldn't leave Salah in. It's too much money.
It's too much money, and we don't even know if he's going to be back after international. Only update we've had is that he's not going to play this week.
Yeah.
Definitely get rid of Salah.
It's not often Salah's injured. So recovery time for Salah, we've no idea, have we? But it's
a long break as well.
Yeah, he's never been injured.
I think I heard it might be his groin as well. We know what Palmer's been like with his groin. It could be Salah's season
recurring. Yeah.
So he's got 2 blankers there, Salah and Sarr. He's bringing in Bruno Fernandes, who's potentially got a blank next week.
Yep.
Might be because if you've only got 2 transfers, I wouldn't do the Bruno Fernandes. I know he's probably going to do well this week, but you're just planning more transfers and then you might get more injuries and then you get stuck with players that can't play.
Yeah.
Probably better longer to Rice.
I don't mind gambling Palmer if you think he's got any chance of minutes in the cup after. I think he'll do well this week against Everton.
I've got Wirtz from last week because I just looked at the fixtures. I thought he'd get more games than most players. So, but yeah, I do like Palmer, but it's very tricky that Port Vale. No game. They've had no game for 2 weeks. Then they come back and surely they're going to give them a run out against Port Vale, at least 40, 30 minutes. And then they could do really well in that. So
I think he's going to start him. I honestly think he's going to start him.
Yeah, get the game finished early.
Yeah. And then if you're 4 or 5-0 up, then start taking your big hitters off, put your young lads out, let them finish the game off for you. If he's in that predicament already, under pressure.
And if they lose to Everton, then or even draw, it could be a 4-11.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, that huddle around the ref didn't help anybody.
Game's gone.
Yeah. Game has gone. Right, just a quick good evening to Steve Ricks, Andy Barnett, Gary Walker, Joe Cook, Miss Noopy, Brownie, Graham Brooks, Ice Kitty, Rich Franklin, established from day one. Welcome to the stream. Back up to Steve Ricks. He's taking Hall out for cash and Saw out for either Gravenberch or Anderson. Which one would you pick as they're close with points?
I wouldn't take Hall out.
I won't take Hall out. I'd roll that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I'd go Gravenberch over Anderson. Assuming you mean the
Elliot.
Forrest Anderson, yeah, Elliot. I'm thinking of Fulham. I've been looking at too much FPL on my Twitter. I'd go Gravenberch because you get the 2 games as well, I think, week after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a solid pick, on Gravenberch. He's done well. But I agree. I'd leave Haaland. I think they've got a good fixture. I mean, they've got to respond after that humbling by Barca. Got to respond. So, yeah, what better than the time we had Derby?
If we're not talking about Gordon, we're not talking about that result.
Graham Brooks, cash or a Hincapi for the long term? Obviously, Villa got through as well in Europe, didn't they? So
I'd be going cash. Yeah, I think it's quite easy for me, that just because we know how good Cash has been.
Yeah.
And when he's fully fit, he doesn't really get rotated. Hincapi can be rotated at any moment.
Yeah, Calafiori's always sneaking at wings and needs to steal some minutes off him. Although I think Hincapi has proved himself as he's the number 1 at left back.
Yeah, he might be number 1, but Calafiori is just too good to.
So
keep
the cup
short time.
games and, when he needs some minutes, he's going to get them. The last thing you want is like 58-minute replacement of Hincapi with Calafiori. I think Cash is probably safer.
They've got a good run of fixtures as well, Villa.
Yeah, they do.
I think Cash, but I don't really like it. There's not many options, is there, at the minute? I like Gusto for the next 2. With Everton and Port Vale. But
Reece
then
James has signed like a new multi-million-pound contract and then finally got injured.
Has he?
Yeah.
He's gone to the Maldives for 2 months.
That's all right.
It's just that the next week after that is Man City for Chelsea and Man U. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go cash out them 2, though.
Yeah. I like the question, though. Good question. Cheers, Graham. Ice Kitty, you've probably been updated on Timber and Salah. Timber is possible for this week, and Salah is out until after the international break, at least. Let's see. Here we go. There's one from Charlie. Semenyo or Cherky out?
It's got to be Semenyo out just on the last few selections, and Cherky's been playing on the right, so yeah.
It's a really dodgy it's a dodgy one, that, isn't it, for to give an opinion on, because either of them could start, or both could.
Yeah.
They're both class players as well. I haven't got a clue. I'd flip a coin on that. I don't want to say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm leaving Cherky and taking out Semenyo, so that's my advice. That's what I'm doing. I'm going against his ownership, though, to gain rank. So it depends how high you are as well. And because obviously the higher up, if you're not chasing as such, then these higher owned players, they do go off. If Semenyo gets a start and gets a goal or so in this cup final, then it's going to hurt you. We just hit over 300 viewers and we're on 9 likes. Come on.
Come on.
I think if you refresh it, it's got more likes.
That's it. I'm going to say, because we might just stop the stream here. I might just close it down. End stream buttons up in top right corner. Come on, we got to get some more likes.
No lighty, no lighty.
Yeah, exactly. Another one from Charlie. Pedro or Thiago in?
Pedro for me.
Yeah, Pedro.
Yeah. Easy one. Obviously, Thiago's an option. Fixture against Leeds, it's all right, but longer term, Pedro, and hope he gets that Port Vale. Paul Evans, evening all, going Gordon, Bruno, Fernandes, Semenyo, Palmer. Oh, bloody hell, that's a full team. What I've got out of that, you're 125th at the moment, Paul, and you're obviously doing all right, mate. Because that's a long list. I don't think you have that many subs, can you?
No, I think he's just showboating.
Yeah. He's
Well done,
showing
Paul.
off here. Yeah, keep
Yeah,
going,
well
mate.
done. Got 2 super chats.
Oh, right. First up, legend. Ian does gigs. Thoughts on Henderson to Emi Martinez? They'll have a great run until last 2 games of the season. Just as you were saying, Conk. They've got a good run of fixtures. What do you reckon about Emi?
I really like that. I think it's best keeper you can buy this week.
Yeah. Ben,
I just think it's a solid move.
Would you do Raya to Martinez?
No, I'd stick with Raya.
No.
So is it keeper dependent then? The excitement around Martinez. So if you're coming from Henderson or say, I don't know, Vicario, or whoever you might have in your net at this moment in time, if you had Raya, Donnarumma, would you?
I think if you've got anyone but Raya, then Emi Martinez is a good buy this week.
Right, yeah. Good shout. Cheers for the super chat, Ian. And well, that's a resounding yes. Reese, man, this is for you to give Miss Noopy bad advice. So, cheers for the £2, Reese. We'll let's see when we come across Miss Noopy's question. Lug rules is give Whites a hold.
I think it's a hold. I thought it was a decent buy this week. I fancy him against Tottenham.
Yeah. Yeah, I were very close to just bringing him in last week. Went elsewhere, but I like him. Ben?
Yeah, I agree. Miss Noopy just said there, ignore my brother.
It's your brother spending £2 to get you some bad advice. I take it they're in a family league on Dream Team.
Yeah.
Must be. But they're both listening, which is great.
Joe Cook saying we're on 154 likes.
Oh, happy days.
Wow.
That took me away from that end stream button, hasn't it? Thank you very much. So it did work. And Lee Doc is here, all the way from sunny Florida. Lee, we need to see your team, mate. If you can get it up at any point, whether you have, if you two can have a look through the
He's
chat.
posted his team in Discord.
Was he?
Yeah.
Happy days. We'll have a gander at that in the next 5 minutes. Hi lads, Anthony Hicks. Saliba and Gravenberch in for Timber and Semenyo. What do you reckon?
I don't think the Timber move's necessary. To be honest, I don't think the Semenyo move's necessary. Seems a bit of a downgrade to Gravenberch. And I don't see why you'd need the money with those moves. It's not like you're trying to afford someone expensive to get them in.
Yep. Ben, you agree with that?
Yeah, agree. Agree with that.
Cracking beard, mate. Smashing it. Keep that beard growing. There you are. GB Fancy Football says that was effing terrifying. I'm guessing that was right at the start. So that's where we are about in the questions. I'm trying to keep filtering through as quick as we can now. Quick ones. We've got 22 minutes.
Quick fire.
Little Nick, Timber to Gravenberch, Salah to Bowen, who'll be my cap. You mind them? I don't mind them.
I don't mind them. Yeah, Salah to Bowen's mint. I like that a lot.
Which keeper, if not Allison, from Kevin Poulter? I think we've nailed that on Martinez then.
Yeah, definitely Martinez this week.
Oh, here we go. Give her your worst advice possible, Miss Noopy. Verts or Mac 10, please.
Mac 10, which means do the opposite noops.
Yeah, Definitely Mac 10.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, Steve Ricks is starting a bit of a war. YouTube members are better than the Discord. We'll have to get a poll up about that, won't we? Steve Wadley, he's also one, speaking about McAllister. Obviously, he got a few goals recently, hasn't he, McAllister? So he is sneaking into people's thoughts, but it's like what James kept saying with Onana, you can't score every week, surely.
He's similar to Gravenberch, and I like Gravenberch a bit more because I feel like he's a bit more nailed.
Yeah.
Steve, worried about being the last pick.
Get him a
I'm trying to work. I'm trying to work on the filter to try and filter to the YouTube members questions first, but it doesn't seem to be accessible. But obviously, as a YouTube member, you got access to the Discord. Steve, come on, get in there. Gordon or Wilson, Pedro or Bowen from Slobbo.
It's a good one, that.
Mm.
I think Gordon, just because he's on penalties. But Wilson's a great shout this week as well. I think they're all good shouts. And Pedro, just because potentially he can get that Port Vale game next week, even though Bowen's probably more nailed for the cup match next week against Leeds.
Yeah, I'm going Wilson and Bowen there, just because of that Burnley at home fixture. I'm jealous of people with Wilson. I think he'll do really well. I've got Gordon. I think that's a good fixture as well. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them four. But come to my head, I'd go Wilson and Bowen.
Yeah.
Just my gut.
Hold on, where are we?
GB said that Timber's been pictured in training photos.
Halsey boy, thoughts on taking out Haaland and then rank Thiago, Ekatike and Bowen in order and who to prioritise bringing in?
I don't mind taking out Haaland, but I don't think it's necessary. And Bowen, Ekatike, then Thiago for me. Order-wise. I just think Bowen's going to be really good over the next 2 weeks.
Playing well, West Ham.
He's got a really high average points as well, Bowen.
Yeah. Ben?
I wouldn't take Haaland out, but if I was ranking them, I'd go Ekatike, Bowen, Thiago.
Yeah, exactly the same. I am taking it Haaland out this week. I've had enough. Yeah. I've got to go against the grain, like I say. People that are up in the top couple of 100, I wouldn't be doing that. I definitely wouldn't be doing that, but you know, I want to finish as high as possible, and hopefully Haaland has another stinker. Adam McMahon, Pedro and Saliba, or Palmer and Milenkovic?
Pedro and Saliba.
Yeah, Pedro and Saliba. You've got two better players there. Milenkovic, I don't think you're going to want long term.
He's done well, ain't he? Because Milenkovic did well yesterday, didn't he? I thought he had him in his team there for a second. Nah.
Super chatting from Tom Hargreaves. No pressure, lads, but he's second overall. And should he risk no Bruno?
I don't think I'm qualified to have an opinion on that if he's second overall.
No, obviously, cracking season, Tom. Fair play, mate. And no, do you know, I fancy Bournemouth to win, but he just comes up with points, doesn't he, Bruno? No matter what.
I read something statistically that Bournemouth are just as good as Arsenal at home defending. So that doesn't bode well with the fact that it's also an early kickoff.
Yeah. I've obviously looking at the fixtures and stuff, and I've not. I think you're safer going without. I do. because it's like I say, it's early kickoff. There's no game next week. You don't want to leave yourself short. I'd go without Tom. I would. And if he scores an hat-trick tonight, mate, don't come hunting me down, please. But honestly, fair play. Smashing it. Keep going.
It's one of those where I think if I was in his shoes, I would go Bruno just to cover myself because second is so high.
But depends how many transfers he's got as well, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. You don't want to be stuck with any blanks if you're that high up.
Don't get me wrong. If you've got 4 transfers, a Semenyo to Bruno isn't a bad transfer, I would say. But if you're going off just 2 transfers and you're only going to have 2 next week, you're right. You're right in the thick of it. And yeah, honestly, it's horrible making transfers when you're that high up. Can absolutely ruin your weekend. Another one, Anthony Newman. Haaland for Bruno.
I think we've touched on it. I don't mind it. It depends how many transfers you've got. I think Bruno's just better than Haaland this week.
Yeah.
Not for me.
What about your thoughts on Gordon Cap then? From Ian.
I don't think it's any worse than a lot of other caps. So it's
What's the score going to be? What's the score going to be, Conk?
Oh, I said we're going to beat Barcelona, and look how that ended. I'll go with 2-0. I think we'll get a clean sheet.
Gordon brace.
A Gordon penalty and a Gang Burn goal. So if you want a Gordon penalty, then cap him.
Right, this one. Can you please stop giving too much away? My mate Sean keeps copying you every week, and he gets moody when your picks don't perform. He hasn't spoken to me since he took Gordon out and scored 4. That depends who you're following, doesn't it? Because I were at the arse end of that one. You two had him, didn't you?
Yeah, I had him.
Did Scott have
him? Yeah, me and Scott captained him.
And I did. Only me. Were me and Sean.
Copying the wrong Tonic member.
That's it. Don't copy me. Mickey B, 3 transfers, but thinking of saving 1 for the internationals. I'm thinking Sar out for Saka, Bruno F, and for Saka or Bruno F. Salah out for Pedro or Gyökeres, and leave a Timber in.
Yeah. That's tough. Well, Saka you can get in, and then he's in, isn't he? Bruno F, he's in for the 1 game. He's probably got the better fixture. Yeah. And Salah to Pedro, I think.
I think I agree with that. But Gyökeres is a bit of a funny one because it's his old team as well, isn't it, in Champions League. I like those types of fixtures.
Yeah, he could go off, couldn't he?
Yeah, he's used to playing Portuguese.
Yeah, I might look at that next week. Why does it jump back up? Yayard, which one of these feels best to you guys? Bruno, Digne, Yao Pedro, or Wilson, Cash, and Yao Pedro?
Wilson and Cash. I think. I'm not a massive fan of Digne.
No. He gets rotated a bit with Maatsen, doesn't he?
But then with Wilson versus Pedro, Pedro's got that chance of playing and you can keep him.
Well, it's Wilson versus Bruno, isn't it? So you've got Bruno F.
Yeah. Wilson, Bruno, yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'd go for the second one. Wilson, Cash, Pedro.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Kevin Poulter's captaining Semenyo in the final. And then you've got from there, underneath that, you've got Ian Jones, best Semenyo replacement from one end of the spectrum to the other. Let's have a look for it. I think we're all about keeping Timber, aren't we? Just for anyone who's joining later. Yeah. TJ Hayes, thank you very much. Thoughts on Kepa for the next 2 game weeks?
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like temporary goalkeepers. I'd rather just go for Martinez or Raya.
Yeah, I concur.
I mean, if you need the money to get a Bruno in or something, maybe you can do it. But you're gonna get Raya blanking probably the next 2 games, and then he'll play the Sporting game.
Yeah.
If you've got loads of transfers, then yeah, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Ben, Bowen captain for me. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
Just to be touching it, obviously we've only got 10 minutes left. So anybody locking your teams, lock your transfers, lock your captains, and all that stuff. What are you doing this week, Con?
You know that I can't tell anyone.
Sorry,
I'm not saying anything.
Family members watching. Ben, what are you doing?
I don't know. I think he's changing.
I'll tell you what I'm doing then.
Go on, then. You go first.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm taking Haaland and Semenyo out. I'm bringing in Bowen.
He said City are winning the cup.
What's that?
I thought he said City are going to win the cup.
They are, but Cherky and Doku are going to score the goals. And I'm bringing in Bowen and Jimenez. And I'm captaining Jimenez.
Ooh.
That's what I'm doing this week. The last time I brought Jimenez in,
he got injured. He got sent off.
No, he sent off after like 11 minutes.
Yeah. That's proper. That's proper going for it. He's just lost his father this week, Jimenez.
Oh, don't. Jeez. Well, then again, celebration, T-shirt up.
Hopefully he can do something for his dad.
Yeah. Penalty taker, plum fixture.
And you don't like Burnley.
And I don't like Burnley.
It's also Harry Wilson's birthday week.
It's whose?
It's Harry Wilson's birthday week as well, so he might want some birthday goals.
He's got a big game on Thursday though for Wales, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Might score a goal and say, right, take me off half time.
Right. Do you know where we are in the chat, lads? Because I'm going to have to just have a quick pee. Obviously, live podcasting at its best. Let's give you something to discuss. Miss Snoopy, you know my brother. Oh God, we've had them. Rodent or Gravenberch?
You're surely not going to leave us on Rodent or Gravenberch.
That's not one. That's not one we get often. Right, discuss. Oh God, I can't even. Right, so Bruno.
Longer term, I think Rice is a good pick, and he's going to be going up in price this week. And like you say, if it's a tight game today, he's going to keep getting bonus points as the game goes on. Because if it goes to extra time, and obviously he's on set pieces, so yeah, and you could get 2 games next week. So I prefer Rice.
You prefer Rice if it'll just for 1 week?
For 1 week, no, I'd prefer Bruno Fernandes. But if you're thinking longer term, saving transfers, if you've only got 2 transfers this week, I'd go for Rice.
I think Rice is one of those where I'd possibly look to move Bruno onto Rice, because then you're going to want Rice anyway, aren't you, in coming weeks? He's going to play all the time. Maybe not Southampton.
Yeah. Would you go Rice or Saka this week? Rice is on a 0.3 rise.
Got to be Saka. He's got the whole potential, hasn't he? You get your 6 to 8 points, and then you can get your goals and pens.
Yeah, he's been very lackluster this season, hasn't he? I mean, he's still getting all the points, all the other points, but he's not getting a lot of attacking returns.
Yeah, Madueke has been just as effective. What do you think, Tony? Rice or Bruno?
You've got transfer. It's got to be Bruno. Rice is a good long-term pick, isn't he? But
I think it's too early for Rice. Rice could be in question like in 2 weeks' time, 2 game weeks' time. Get Rice in.
Yeah, I get that as well. I just think if you're trying to gain rank, Bruno's popular this week by the looks of it. So if you're feeling the threat, you've got to go off your own shot. I'm not putting Bruno in. I'm going completely different with Jimenez, and maybe not as different with Bowen, because I think Bowen would be quite popular. But Jimenez and Bowen for me. West Ham are playing well. Mike, FF stuff. We just got in. What's the word on Timber? Is a possibility for the weekend. So
yep.
I think that makes everyone just hold, doesn't it?
That's what Scott said anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. Let's scan a little bit further. If I've missed your questions, whatever, there is loads in here. I'm trying to just mix them up a little bit.
5 minutes ago, lock them in.
DG Bournemouth, Wilson cap and Bruno in for Salah and Semenyo.
I feel like I'd be captaining Bruno over Wilson because I feel like Wilson's going to be a rank climber anyway.
Yeah,
so
on his own, he is different.
Yeah,
he is different. There won't be that many just jumping to Fulham for the fixture as you try and plan further ahead, obviously. Yeah, it could be arguments to say that obviously Bruno higher ceiling. He's on penalties, isn't he?
He's a lot more consistent, Bruno.
Yeah, Toon Lee saying he doesn't understand Bruno won't put any player in that he's come out unless you have loads of transfers. Again, he sat there with true transfers like me. I'm not contemplating that because I can end up in a right tricky position. But yeah, for people with plenty of transfers, it's a good option.
It's a luxury move you can afford if you've got plenty of transfers.
It is.
So why not?
Gary Robinson, Bruno and Gravenberch in, Salah and Saar out.
Yeah,
I like that. Don't see any problems with it.
Yeah, not bad that. We have caught, but I'll just track back and.
Got to be quick fire if we do any more.
Harry Dawson's on Saka cap. Expecting a big performance in the cup final. 8 profs here. Let's see.
Spying on us, making sure.
Canvo, Semenyo, and Salah out. Saliba, Gravenberch, and Bruno in. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's correct. As his tag partner, I can confirm.
Oh, you've already got the insider knowledge, have you? Tag partners. David Oliver is asking who you're captaining. Can you release that information, Con? I think you should. And you should try and get your dad to alter his transfers, maybe, or attempt to, at 2 minutes to go. And he could fluff it all and ruin his whole week. What do you reckon?
I might do it with 40 seconds on clock.
Are you captaining, Ben?
Pedro. João Pedro, I'm captaining.
Is he a transfer in this week, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I like that. Don't mind that. I'm going completely different. I'm trying to double up on a player who's obviously not going to be, well, hardly anyone will own him. Just hope that he finds the back of the net against Burnley. As stated earlier as well, Timber was pictured training. Thanks to that, Miss Newby.
I'm captaining Bruno with 25 seconds on the clock.
Captaining Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno captain. I'm bringing
Bruno's
Bowen.
coming in.
Yeah, and I'm bringing Bowen. And I'm bringing Frimpong.
Frimpong. Like it. Like it. Oh, Senior Conk. At Senior Conk. Oh, who's this?
No, that's Bradders trying to summon him. He hasn't got a YouTube account.
Love it. Road Laz. Haaland to Bruno. Done. Hold Timber. 4 transfers next week.
Lovely
Cheers
stuff.
to you, Bowen captain. Bowen captain. TJ Hayes. Good luck to all. LRB. Bruno Blank
Yeah, we're
coming.
locked in now.
Oh, I haven't pressed confirm. No, I have. Yeah. So let's just have a quick look at the captaincy poll because 56% Bruno Fernandes, which is high considering people won't have him in. So he's a transfer in and a captain. Slob 23%, Pedro 6%, and other comment was 15%.
Higher than I thought for us, obviously.
I think it's going to be a good mix this week. Really, really good mix. Obviously, Bruno's going to be popular, but I'd love to see a Bruno blank. Sorry, Conk. But I'd love to see a Bruno blank this first game, the early kickoff. Never captain the early kickoff.
I never learned you were.
Especially on a single. There's no coming back. It's ruined your whole weekend.
Surely on an early kickoff, Bruno can still scrape 5 points.
No, I mean, yeah, he's due a red card, I think. Oh, Joe, you're a diamond. Have you received your parcel, by the way? And good luck to you too, Joe.
Yes, Joe.
Mickey B, a TK captain. Yeah. Again, captain for me, Jimenez. Really random, but you're gonna see there's no more templates. Only we're going to try and smash the top 1K party. Take the socks off. They're not going back on. But yeah. Thanks everyone for joining. Obviously, if you're not signed up to the Patreon to support the pod, the link will be in the description. Supporters, come on. You get the Discord access. You get, obviously, early access to all our podcasts. You get the Discord. You get Ben's Fixture ticker. You get all sorts. And you just get direct access to us, don't you? Which isn't bad. And you support what we do. But it's great to see so many now. You're feeling a little bit like awkward now because there's that many up there in top 10 that are speaking to us and asking, we're not rooting for anybody. We just hope everyone does well.
It's a lot of responsibility with everyone so high up.
It is. And it's getting more the norm. But look, it's great to see you all doing well. And hopefully, like, you all win a bit. It's life-changing money. And hopefully whoever wins, best of luck. And it's such pressure. Them transfers must be horrible. Like sat now watching Bruno Fernandes and you've not got him, but you sat in top 10. That's stressful. But imagine the feeling that knowing he's been captained by most of them in top 10 and you've gone elsewhere and he blanks. Oh, lovely. But yeah, that's the highs and lows. I still remember that time when I had Cancelo for City, captained him, and he got sent off against Fulham. I think he had Fulham and somebody else back-to-back home games, thinking back-to-back clean sheets, Cancelo goal, and it all went tits up. And I fell from like 6 down to, it weren't long. I ended up finishing like 40th that season, but yeah. Anyway, it's been a pleasure, lads. Thank you for joining us on your Friday evenings. We'll be back on Monday live to all patrons to see how we're doing, how well we're doing, or how well we're not doing. Anyway, enjoy your weekend.
No laughing if Bruno fails.
I won't. I've been on the back of a Gordon four-goal haul, and now the back of Sar scoring. Did he get a hat trick midweek?
Two goals.
2.
He missed a penalty. Not missed a penalty. He had a goal disallowed as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Top 1K captaincy's out. Bruno's top with 37%.
37%, 370 teams in top 1K. What about top 100?
Top 100. Bruno is 44%.
Ooh.
Half of the top 100 on Bruno.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I hope he was shite.
Second most captains, Obersley with 14. It's very split. There's a lot of 14.
It doesn't surprise me though. Soboslai has been so solid, hasn't he? He's just right back, number 10. It doesn't matter where they play him. He's scoring, he's tackling, he's getting PPMs. He's just up there, isn't he? He's having a great season.
I want to know who the boring people are. The 74 boring people in top 1,000 captain Haaland. 74 people out there in top 1,000 are still sitting there with Haaland captain. It's a disgrace.
Yeah, they might have forgot about the Friday deadline. I'm going to let them off.
Yeah, has to be.
49% of the top 100k of captain Haaland.
Yeah, that's got to just be...
Surely a lot of dead teams, but...
Yeah, must be full of dead teams. I mean, you got my team in 4K. That's dead. Not yet. We're fighting to the end.
You're going to offend a few viewers. It's happening like 5K, 6K.
Oh, there you are. Mike's just said that the 100k takes longer, so it's still currently on the previous game week.
Right. Cheers, Mike.
That would be the scraping, I guess. Yeah, top 100, top 1k. I've updated that fast, so might not be a dead team then. And who's this? Andrew Sparks. Can you see that, lads?
Yeah.
He's having a great start to his weekend. What's your team then, Andrew? What transfers didn't go through? Hopefully, you tried to put Fernandez in and captain him, and it didn't work.
What, am I stuck on Haaland?
Yeah. And I don't want Haaland to bag. I've just took him out. Anyway, I'm waffling. Let's go and get some tea. Enjoy the game. And we will see you on Monday.
All right.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, cheers, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. And cheers for the likes. That flew up, didn't it? Oh, Fergie's here as well, sneaking up in the background. Good luck, lads. Captain Szoboszlai. No Bruno. Sofa. Don't worry about the sofa, Fergie. I think we're safe there. Come on, Bournemouth. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, all.
Cheers.